Okay, well, this is going to be a really easy project for you to do. I'm going to give you all the measurements, and then you guys can decide if you want to make it or not. I think it's a great little seller. If you could decorate this, put some flowers in it, this is the best time of the year to do it, is during the spring. Real simple design. First thing, we're going to start out with a box. Let me show you the wood. This is basically all the wood that you have right here. Okay, and they're made out of the picket fence, the boards back here. We got the boards behind us. That's what it's made out of. And it's made out of the 5/8 thickness on it instead of the 3/4. Now, you can buy the 3/4 boards. They're a little bit thicker. You can buy those. I've purchased them before. But I've been using the 5/8. It's been working really well. But you can see just a few boards. I forget what it is. I don't know if it's two. It's maybe two and a half. The boards, I think it might be 2.5. So you need about 3 boards to do this. I'm not really on. I don't really pay much attention to how much wood I use, but and then also the 2x6 are these here. These are going to be the 2 sides for the box. So here we go. So first of all, we're going to need 2x6s. Cut these down to 5 inches across here, and then from top to bottom 6 inches. So you're going to need 2 of those, and then they'll lay on your side because you want the 6 inches. Where the 6 inches is going to be up like this, okay? They're going to be high. So you're going to be putting your boards on the side. So the 5 inches, just lay your 2 boards down. Your 5 inches will be this way here. So you got 2 boards, just like this. And these boards are 19.5 inches long, okay? And then I have it written down here, 2 3/4 inches wide. So across here is 2 3/4 inches. So that's going to be great. Real easy here, real easy. Okay, now you can glue these or staple them. I've done both, building these. This is just a plain wood. That one here has oak. No, it's walnut stain on it. Is what it has on it. So I'm going to go ahead and use some glue if I can find it here. Okay, we're going to use a little bit of glue. And start out with my sides for this box, definitely. I'm going to put a little glue here. There you go. And like I said, this is the 5 inch right here. Now, I use 2 different types of staples. What I'm going to use is, right now, these are the real long staples. You can use brad nails. They work just as good. I use 1.5 inches, the biggest I can get to go into the sides of these boards. Just line them up real nice. Okay, let's do the other side. Okay, we got the sides done. So now all we have to do is build the bottom. So let me get the bottom board here. Okay, I have a bottom board. And another thing I did with the bottom board is it's the regular size, whatever the board is, the picket fence. I didn't cut it down. All I did was cut it to 19.5 inches. Whatever the measurement it did across, that's how I cut it. So let me go ahead and Double check it. Yeah, 19.5 inches exactly, right across it. And just line it up on the bottom like this, and then just go ahead and staple it in. Okay, here you go. You have a box. Now this box is, actually you could use it a couple different ways. You know, you can use it, when I finish it up, I'm going to show you how to, build the back. If you didn't want to build the back like that, then you can just go ahead and use this as the planter box. So we're kind of giving you two different options, two different ways to build. You can either just use, like I said, the box, or the other thing. So it's going to be pretty nice. Now you can put hooks on this if you want to buy. I think you can buy them at Lowe's, Home Depot, or something like that. They make metal hooks or metal brackets that you can bolt onto these and hang them on the side of your porch or banister or whatever you got. Okay, so what we need to do now is that we're going to go ahead and build the back. And since the bottom's all done, you can see this is basically what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, let me move this out of the way. Now, first we want to start with the boards, all these boards here. Now I'm going to give you a measurement on these boards. We need 2 of them 14.5 inches this way long, and then 2 and I think it's 3/4. Let me double check. Now I want to make sure. 2 3/4. So all my boards are cut 2 3/4. So it's 2 3/4 this way, and like I said, 14.5 this way. So you need 2 of those, and then we're going to need 2 19.5. I need 2 19.5 inches this way, and 2 3/4 this way. So I need 2 of those, and then you need 1 2 3/4. No, actually 2 3/4 this way, and 23. I got 23 3/4 this way. Okay, so you only need 1 of those. So that's the middle one. Then we got 1 more. This is the last piece right here. This one here is 19 3/4. So it's 19 3/4 this way, and I think I cut that down to make it a little bit smaller. Let's see. Let me double check, because I did have it. I cut it down to 1 3/4. So I went ahead and cut it down in 1 3/4 this way, and then, like I said, 19 3/4 long, like this. So that's all the wood we're going to need. But the thing we got to do with it, we have to cut the angles on it. As you can see here, we got to cut these, and each one of them are cut from the center. Okay, I mark all the centers, and I'll show you, and then we cut 45. So everything's cut on 45s for that. So if I wanted to cut that, I'll give you, so it should be 1 3/8 should be the center of 2 3/4. Let's see if I'm right. 1 3/8. Yeah, so if you would put a mark right here in the center, from here to here, be 1 3/8. Here to here be 1 3/8. Okay, so that's the centers. That's where you're going to start. If you start your 45s like this. So mark each one of your boards in the middle, of the board, 1 3/8. Get you that mark there, because I'm gonna run them on the saw over here. Okay, I'll be right back. Get these cut. Okay, I have all mine cut. You can see they're all cut in 45s. So like I said, just do measurement like I showed you. Okay, now first thing you need to do is I'm gonna have to lay it all out. The way I made this is I put the board actually on the back side of it. I've seen people put boards on the front side when they made similar things like this. We got to go all the way to the end. So you want to start your first board here. Now your measurements for this center board here is basically the way you would want it. If you want to move it, make it different, you can raise it up higher. If you want to go up here somewhere with it, you don't want to get it clear up to the top of the fence boards, but you can pretty much do it. I went on mine 9 inches. So what I did is I did a 9-inch, and then you put a mark here. So if I do a 9-inch on this board here, hold that steel. Put a 9-inch on this board. Okay. Now that's where my board's going to go. So I need to take the first one. Now I bring it in just a little bit on a corner here, just to kind of give it that look whenever you're going to be able to see this. If you want, we probably should do it. Let's do it this way here. It's easier doing it that way, but let's try it this way. Be like this. And then take your board down here at the bottom, because you want to kind of keep them straight. Might want to clamp that down. We're going to clamp this down. And then that way we can run these right up against there. Someplace to guide them a little bit. So I got my 9 inches right here. Okay, 9-inch there. So now all I did was pull this in just a little bit, just like that, because we're going to have to see if that's square too. So let me put a little glue on it here, and then we're going to just do the same thing. A little glue here. Put it right here. Now, I made a block. I was loving making little spacers. You can make this too, and that way you can put it, kind of put it in between each one. So you'll start your first one. I'll start the first one. Now I'm going to change the staples in that gun too, because those staples are way too big for this gun. Oh, for this the nail. Now what I'm doing is just putting the staples in the back side of this. So if I start the first one, I'll just let it overhang just a little bit. Okay. Okay, now we can go ahead and square this next one up here. Just press it against there. Move it over just a little bit, because it's falling off the table or down that crack, what you call it. Okay, last one's right here. The spacer I use, I'm going to go ahead and give you the measurement on that spacer if you want to cut it. You can make it longer. I got 7 inches, and then I got 1.5 inches, and it's 3/4 inch board, but you can go smaller. The reason I use 3/4 because it was a little easier to grab hold of it here on the sides like this and pull it up. But it is, like I said, it is 1.5 inches wide. So each one of these spacers are 1.5 inches, and then you can go as long as you want. All right, now you can see this is basically what we got right here. Okay, so we need to put that on this box. And it doesn't have to look really, really, fabulous, great, because it's supposed to look rustic, but try to get it square as much as you can, so it's gonna look a little bit better. we'll do the 2 outside. Staple my 2 outside ones. Now I can just flip it over this way. And then we're going to run a small square. Let me get it. Now you don't have to, but sometimes I like checking it just to see. So I'm off just a little bit, get that middle one in there. And then this one here. There we go. I mean, you don't have to. You can actually just put your spacers in between like this. Mine's off just a little bit, but I mean, these are real good. This one here could have been pulled over a little bit further, but it doesn't really make that much difference. Okay, there you go. Now you can decorate that whatever way you like. I did put a little bird box, or a little, it kind of looks like a little bird box, but it just symbolizes what it kind of does. And what I did, I took a hole saw, 1.5 inch hole saw, and drilled here. And then to drill back in it to kind of make it look like that effect that it goes inside, and painted it black. And then just took a board, this board, I'll give you a measurement off of, just in case you have, you want to make something like that too. It is 6, well, say 7 inches. No, actually it's 6 inches high right here, and then across here it's 4.5 inches, and then I did that on a 45. Okay, so these little boards up here, you can just guess at them and just kind of make a little bit of a kind of a roof. If you can see the sides of it, like kind of just looks like a little, a little roof right here. And then put up whatever, you can put anything on it. It doesn't matter. You don't even have to use that if you don't want to. But it just gives it a little bit more character, especially when you put flowers in it. Now, the thing about these, the boxes are pretty deep in it. And like I said, you can use it for, just a plain flower box, or if you want to build something like this. So what I did is I had, well, somewhere I put a couple small pieces of 2x4, just scrap wood, and I stuck it in a bottom here so I can put pots on it, so I can raise it up if I didn't have anything that would go down in that box, that 6-inch box. So you just look for a planter that goes about 6 inches, or you can do less, like I said, if you want to put a piece of wood in it. But that's what I do. So I just stuck something in the bottom of it. It worked fine. But really nice little project, something nice to do at home, and make a little bit of money off of, for sure, because I've been selling these. They're going pretty good this time of the year. And then of course I stained this one with a walnut. Of course, there's a lot of different stain out there. You can pick out what you would like to have, what color you like. I didn't do any sanding on it. It's all rough. Like I said, don't worry about if it's off a little bit. It always gives a little bit more character, so when people look at it, it's rustic. That's what it's supposed to do a little bit, but try your best and give it everything you got to make it the best you can, but also don't worry about it if something's off. Okay, that's it for the easy woodworking project for today. So if you have any comments, just leave them down below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do, and thanks for watching.